welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about 11 different controversial parenting topics. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Halle. I currently have an almost 3-month-old daughter, and I've been seeing several of these videos on YouTube lately where you just talk about your opinion on different controversial parenting topics. So I watched several on YouTube and I decided to kind of pick and choose some of my favorite questions. Also, if you guys hear some kicking, Magnolia is in her crib right beside me, just kicking away, looking at her mobile. So that's what's going on over there. But anyways, I'll just jump right into this. I have 11 different ones. You guys can feel free to leave your comments down below to kind of get in on the discussion. But if there is any hate comments or mean replies to other people, I will delete them. I want a positive community on my channel, but that doesn't mean you can't express your opinion. But if there is hate, I will delete it. Well, hi, baby. All right, so the very first question is screen time. So with my baby personally, she does look at a screen. So if we're watching TV like in the living room and she's sitting with us, she can obviously see the TV. Or if she's on my lap and I'm on my phone or like editing a YouTube video, she sees it. I only turn on the TV for her specifically for like 20 minutes at a time, and it's not every single day. But I'll just turn on like Scooby-Doo, let her watch an episode of that, and just kind of let her like watch shows for her. But I'm not against screen time, but I am against screen time as a babysitter, or if you think that like, oh, I can just put my baby in front of the TV and not play with her. Like, I plan activities to do with Magnolia all day long, every single day. And if I happen to take a break and watch TV, like, she sees the TV too. So I think the TV is fine just because like it has colors and sounds and stuff. Yeah, do you like Scooby-Doo? I think it's good because it has colors and sounds and everything, but it shouldn't be a babysitter. The next one is Montessori versus battery operated toys. So if you guys don't know what like Montessori is, I'll put a little like description of what it is up here. I plan to raise Magnolia as a Montessori baby. I have started looking into it. I've only bought her like wooden Montessori type toys. If you guys can see this thing back here, this is wooden. There's no flashing lights on it. It's not plastic. I just really like it. The more I've looked into it, I like the methods of Montessori teaching, and I like the idea of it being more imaginative and independent and that sort of thing. So when she gets a little bit bigger and I start implementing it more, I will definitely have YouTube videos on it because I think that it's amazing and I'm so excited to be able to start it with her. All right, guys, the next one is co-sleeping. I personally think co-sleeping is completely fine as long as you're doing it very safely. I know that a lot of doctors tell you that like it increases the risk of SIDS, but I also know that every single baby... Well, hi, baby. I also know that every single baby is completely different. And for my baby, she almost always will fall asleep on my chest. And she prefers to sleep on my chest. Now, after she falls asleep, I do move her to this pack and play that we have in our bedroom. I move her to the pack and play we have in our bedroom, and she will sleep there. And she doesn't sleep in our bed throughout the night, but she has like shared the bed with us before. Like, we have like a little bassinet you can put in the bed, and she has definitely taken naps like laying on my chest or laying on Kyle's chest. And I don't think there's anything wrong with co-sleeping as long as you do it safely and you're careful and you know what you're doing. So this next one is kind of juicy, kind of fun to think about, and it's homeschool versus public versus private school. So what I think I'm going to do with Magnolia. So in a way, I have done all 3 of these. I did not attend a regular preschool. My mom did preschool at home with me. And then I went to a private elementary all the way up until 8th grade. And then high school, my high school was a public high school. And so when I think about what I want to do for Magnolia, I really just kind of think about all of those things, and I would love to homeschool her if that was like in the cards for us at the time when she's going to school. I for sure am going to do like Montessori, like preschool type things with her that I'm going to start incorporating sooner than later. And so I would like to at least do that with her until she goes to kindergarten. I think that if I don't homeschool her, she will go to public school. I went to private school. I didn't necessarily hate it, but I liked public school better. So I think that's where we would send her. And also Kyle went to public school. He never went to private school. And so I think that's what we would do for schooling. The next question is stay-at-home mom or go back to work. So I've mentioned a couple times on this channel, I am currently a stay-at-home mom. When I was pregnant, I was going to Paul Mitchell to be a barber. I put that on hold so that I could stay home with Magnolia. I honestly think that I will be a stay-at-home mom for the foreseeable future. I do eventually want to go back to school and get my license and have a job, just not right now while she's little. She's only little for so long, so I would rather be home with her because my school will always be there, but she's not always going to be a little baby. And my hours at school are good for forever, so it's no big deal. How am I going to be about grades when she gets older? So I think as long as she's trying her hardest, the letter grade itself shouldn't matter. Like, I'm definitely not going to be one of those, like, if you don't have straight A's, you're not doing a good job type person. And I think that's because I was good at school, but there was certain subjects to where I could never get above like a C or a D no matter how hard I tried. For an example, that is math. I have always been so bad at math, and even me trying my hardest, it was still like a lower grade. Like, I could never get an A or B in math. Like, I just could not do it no matter how hard I tried. And so I think as long as she's trying, that's what's important, because some people pick up other subjects easier than others. And so I just want her to always do her best. The next one is people who tell you have to parent. So, like, how do I feel about this? Honestly, if I don't ask you a question about parenting and you're telling me what I should do with my baby, the chances of me actually listening to you are slim to none. I say that and it might sound a little rude, but if I ask you for parenting advice, I want to hear your opinions. I want to hear your stories. And I do that. I do ask other moms, and I ask my mom questions probably almost every single day. But if I don't ask for it, I don't want to know it. Like, don't tell me how I should feed my baby. Don't tell me what I should do with my baby. Like, she's my baby and I'm her mom and I know what's best for her. And so, yeah, there's just that. Breastfeeding or formula. So I was planning on making an entire video about why I chose to formula feed, but I couldn't ever figure out how to set up the video to, like, I don't know, not make it boring and not make it just like all over the place. So I guess I'll just discuss this here. So I decided to do all formula from the beginning. And some of the reasons I decided to do that was I did not want to pump. I did not want to be like tied down to breastfeeding. I like to do things. I like to take her in public. I like to go visit my family and Kyle's family and things like that. And I didn't want to have to be breastfeeding or pumping every few hours. I just thought that sounded miserable and inconvenient and something I did not want to do at all. So I decided to do it because of like lifestyle, kind of, if I would say that would be lifestyle. And just because I have read that you're more likely to get like postpartum depression when you breastfeed, because it can be a struggle and you can have like all these problems with like the baby latching, getting infections, like all this stuff. And I did not want to be at risk for postpartum depression at all. Just because I am a very anxious person anyways, I didn't want to add to it. And so that's kind of the reasons I decided to only use formula. I hate when people say breast is best. I think that that is really insensitive to people who choose not to breastfeed or who can't breastfeed. I think fed is best. Like, you're gonna know what's best for your baby anyways. My baby also ended up having acid reflux, and so she has to be on a hypoallergenic formula now anyways. And so I'm very happy with the way we did it, because it also allowed Kyle to bond with her, because like when she was really little and waking up in the middle of the night all of the time, he could take turns feeding her, I would feed her, and we both got to bond with her over her feedings. And it wasn't just me like whipping out my boob and feeding her, like he got to bond with her also. And that was another thing that I really wanted to do, is to make sure that we both got that bonding experience in the beginning. Would I ever do the cry it out method? No, absolutely not. I definitely practice more attachment parenting. Again, I can leave what that is over here. If the cry it out method works for you, I guess that's a good thing. I don't have the heart to do it. I can't. If she's crying, to me that means she needs something, and so I'm gonna go check on her. Not hating on anybody who does the cry it out method, because I know it really does work for a lot of people. It's just not right for us. Okay, so when she starts eating, am I going to use store-bought or homemade baby food? So I actually have a recipe book and a baby food blender. So I actually am sitting right next to my bookshelf. I have this book, the Big Book of Organic Baby Food. I plan to make it. I have her blender. It's in this closet over here. As soon as she can start having baby food, I want to make it. That way I can see the ingredients going into her food. I can prepare it. I can make sure it's healthy and it doesn't have any chemicals or any of that stuff in it that I don't want in her food. And it'll also give us something to do together. Like I said, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and so if I can make baby food and, you know, let her do that with me, then it's just another activity we can do together, and maybe it'll help her develop a love for cooking or an interest in cooking if I can sit her in a little seat and she can watch me cook her food for her. Okay, the last question I have is cloth or disposable diapers. We decided to do disposable diapers. I actually considered doing cloth diapers for probably the majority of my pregnancy. I ended up doing disposable just because I didn't want to be washing diapers all day long every single day. I do think if we have another baby and Magnolia is still in diapers, we will switch to cloth for both of them. But if we don't have another baby, or if we do have another baby and Magnolia's out of diapers, we'll probably just do disposable, just because cloth diapers are more expensive up front, but you save so much money in the long run. So I think if I was to do it again, I might do cloth diapers. I didn't like super look into it while I was pregnant. I just kind of thought that that would be cool, but then all I could think about was how much I was going to have to wash the diapers. So I think for baby number 2, if that happens at some point in the future, we might do cloth diapers. It just kind of depends. But alright guys, that is all I have for today's video. I hope that this was entertaining, and if you're about to have a baby, it gave you some topics to think about. This is Magnolia. She's so squirmy today. She's really drooly, so if you see her drooling, it's because she's teething. She's teething a lot. You gonna get some teeth soon? I have no idea what she's looking at. I don't have my glasses on and I can barely see my camera right now, but I don't know what she's looking at outside. But anyways, that's all we have for you guys today. If you want to watch more of my videos, feel free to subscribe down below. It would absolutely mean the world to me. I love doing YouTube, and every single time I see I have a new subscriber, it motivates me to just do even better. Seeing the subscriber count go up like really does make me like love it even more, just to see that I'm reaching other people and people are finding our videos entertaining or they're getting something out of them. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.